Boundaries are critical as you become more sensitive on the spiritual path. Have you ever gone to a gathering where you had a good time and you ended up staying way longer than you were supposed to? And by the end, you just felt drained and bad? The other day, I was in a group and we were having a great conversation. And as our time together came to an end, most people left, except for a couple of people. And because I was hosting this gathering, I decided to stay for a little longer. Out of politeness. Honestly, that conversation felt like a drag. I was waiting for an excuse to leave, but that old conditioning that I have to be polite and stay and somehow hang out in a conversation that I didn't want to be, that conditioning came up, and by the end I just felt resentful and drained. In the past, I would have tolerated more of this kind of discomfort, but as I have become way more sensitive on the spiritual path and listening to my inner guidance, it just feels intolerable. So I'll share with you a way to test your alignment with your inner being in the moment so that you can avoid these kind of situations from repeating in the future. As you become more attuned to your higher self and your inner guidance, you start to feel more sensitive to things around you, to people, situations, behaviors. You can start to see if they are in alignment or not. Your inner being is always guiding you in every moment. It will say, go here, talk to this person, now it's time to leave. And it's wise to listen to that voice. Otherwise, you can end up in a situation where you feel awful afterwards. Boundaries are very important on the spiritual path. If you are a mystic, that is someone who lives with the intention of experiencing God every day and in every moment, it's crucial that you take time for yourself and check in now and then with what feels right. Your inner being is always guiding you from within, but you need to listen to that voice. Life will test you with people and situations that will push those boundaries and even bring up to the surface that old ego conditioning of people pleasing, let's say, that says that you have to be polite and stay and talk with these people even though you really don't want to. Especially if you're spiritually sensitive, people will feel that sense of safety in your presence, and they could just end up taking up a lot of your time and energy talking about nonsense. So here's my tip. Take time to check in regularly with your inner being. You might even want to set up recurring timers every hour to check in with yourself. Go off to a place alone and check in and see if you still want to be in this place, and don't hesitate to leave. It might seem a little strange, but oftentimes people who have issues with boundaries can have trouble saying goodbye or I have to go now. Don't just go for long stretches at a time with people without checking in with your inner being. What is your guidance saying in this moment? You may be conditioned to just go along with the crowd just to fit in, but your true self may be saying it's time to go home. You need rest. So I hope this has resonated with you and helped you in some way. If you like this video, please like, share, and subscribe for more insights on living a spiritually aligned life.